Namaste, namaste, beautiful family of light on Facebook Live and also on our beautiful participants and light workers that are on Zoom. And also our beautiful participants that are here at the Cosmic Center, which is located in Sarasota, Florida. So, the big buzz, 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 of course, is Steven Spielberg's most recent film, and that is Disclosure Day. And I think those of us, that are awake or aware, and this is not new news to us. I did talk about it also last week. And oh, let me see. This is not plugged in, by the way. Okay. So I did talk about it last week, and a couple of things that we do need to know about that. Okay. So this world, okay, which is a name called the fallen world, the world of materiality, okay, is
My fault. I
oh,
plugged it
oh,
into the wrong port.
okay.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay. Is this world that we are in is not just what they call a fallen world, it's not on the highest celestial realms of light, of which is many levels, and many of us are on our way back, which they know is the ascension, in other words that are used for that, but it's the idea of the great in-breath of Brahma, the breath drawing back in. But it's not just the world, the fallen world. It's like a whole universe. So just like here, you have the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have the good, the bad, and the ugly in other levels as well, too. And most certainly, the Gnostic Gospels, they go into a big deal about that, where we are, creators ourselves and have some flaws, as there are the created beings that are creators too, and they too have some flaws. Okay, so let's put it that way. So, what that simply means, and not to say it's necessarily malicious, it could be just plain out of ignorance. You don't know, you don't know, they don't know, they don't know. So, just as how you would go ahead and be very discerning in this world as to what you allow into your space, you listen with an open mind, but at the end of the day, you trust your own discernment. And it's going to be particularly important now because I think most of us are very aware that there are two agendas that are going on, right? Two agendas. There's an agenda that says, hey, we want to be free and we want to, ascend. And there's an agenda that says, no, we want to keep you small and keep you contained. Okay, so maybe that's two ways of doing it. Some people call it light and the dark, fear or love. Whatever that dichotomy is, it's going like this. So Jesus said that we were in a mixture, right? We're in a mixture. So we have to be extremely discerning on everything and on every level. How do you know something is benevolent and positive? Well, in the esoteric traditions, it's all about frequency. And I know if I come up against something that I'm not familiar with or doesn't feel right or I'm not sure, okay, I myself go Kadosh, 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 Adonai Savayoth, which is it's in Hebrew, but what it means is holy, holy, holy is the Lord God of hosts, which is what the seraphim and the highest frequencies, okay, sing that around the throne. All right, so I'd be like, hey, if somebody can say that with me, if they can say, yeah, we can say that, okay, or happy to do it. And some people may say the Lord's Prayer, for example. Can you say the Our Father with us, which holds that Christ energy? If something or someone cannot, okay, then that's a clue. Okay. And also, too, we have to remember where is our origins. Okay. We are the Adam Kadmon. We are the divine human. How do they look? Okay. We have five appendages. We have 10 fingers, not three, not six in one hand, but five. Okay, five toes. Okay, those are just ideas as to the lineage that our humanity is from. Okay, so these are just very basic things to be aware. Okay, because what we don't want to happen is to hand our power over to whoever or whatever. We're not sure, just like here, everybody here is awake and realizes there is competing agendas, right? in our own in our own government, in our own society. Okay, well, so too on other levels as well too. And the other thing that we have to be very, very clear about, okay, is that we are powerful. powerful, magnificent beings of light. Our source is not this physical body or even here. We're in it, but we're not of it. As Jesus said, you're in the world, but you're not of it. And we got to remember, where is it that we really are from? And that is the spark of the divine. We are sparks. We are light. We hold flame. And it's so important that we remember that. It's there, but it's about waking up in the memory to know who we truly are. And this is really going to be determining whether you're going to have members of society fall into the matrix in a big way, or those are going to start to wake up and discern. And remember, okay, that they are what? Sovereign beings. So, and how do we do that? We're going to question everything. You're not going to jump into something, or this is what happens. And not only that, but we're going to trust our own intuition and our own discernment. That's what we do. And we will get better at it as we start to use it, as we go through our own personal path, as we read what books or do the meditations or the prayers or whatever your path is, okay, to bring that part of yourself in the higher alignment as to who you are and connect to that. Because that's going to be the Geiger counter. That's going to be the thing that's going to have you traverse through all the confusion and the chaos that I would say is purposely done on many levels to keep the confusion, to instill fear. But if you really understand the higher scope of things, who you truly are, you don't carry fear. You don't carry fear. Okay. And the minute you stop carrying that fear, you start dismantling what the modern term is the matrix. You start dismantling that. So right now, I believe that a lot of us are waking up. Many of us have waken up or continue that doing that. Those that are awake and are awakening others. There's this whole awakening that's taking place. So, for example, there was a scare out there with a particular virus not that long ago. Everybody is like, ah. I mean, there was no, a very small percentage of people started to freak out. The majority of people did not. We've already gone through that in 2020. Okay, we're like, please. Okay, we just can't handle another one. So there was not the reaction. Okay, that perhaps there was an agenda that was looking for a reaction to that. The majority of humanity did not react to that. And it's disappeared. It's no longer an item. So what if we just continue to do that and begin to weaken, okay, these very, agendas that maybe are not really for the best for our humanity? Okay, one, you could just be your authentic self. Okay, two, do your work, remember who you are in this great awakening, which is your personal path as well as our collective path. And number three, okay, trust your own intuition because you are that powerful. And you're right. You're right. Practice that. Just like a physical practice and building a muscle, build your spiritual connection. Build that. So, with that, I want to say namaste to all our beautiful family of light. I'm going to go see it on Thursday, so I'll have my little review about it. And remember, the good, the bad, the uglies on many, many different levels. When you do not fall into fear, what are you going to attract? Okay, you're going to attract the family of light that loves you, protects you, guides you. And anything that will come up to try to challenge you, you just remember who you are and say, sorry, you got to go. All right. Yeah. And it is that simple. It is that simple. Namaste, beautiful family of light on Facebook Live. We will see you next time. Bye.